So hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry and Biology Concepts HSTR 2023 Chapter 8th class first about the chapter pollution. Here in this class we will going to discuss about the definitions, meanings and types, causes and effects and controlling measures about the pollution. Second, definition of the pollution. So the meaning and definition of the pollution means here pollution is the introduction of harmful materials into the environment. This is the introduction of harmful materials which we are going to introducing because of human needs. So here the definition you can write it as the undesirable changes in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics in the air, water, soil, etc. So this is about the undesirable change. We can't able to desire that one. So the undesirable changes in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics in the air, water, soil, which is essential for a human. So those are all physical, chemical and biological changes are going to be occur because of this pollution. So another one definition also you can write it as the undesirable changes which affects the healthy state of the environment. So the undesirable changes which affects the healthy state of the environment. So moving how the pollution will going to be occur, that we have to learn because of the pollutants. Pollutants are nothing but the substance which causes pollution. So pollution is caused by the substance, we call it as pollutants. There are mainly of two types, that is primary pollutants and the secondary pollutants. So here primary pollutants means it is an air pollutant emitted directly from a source. Whatever the primary pollutant we call it as, it will going to affect directly to the air. So this kind of a pollutant we call it as a primary pollutant. Examples: particulates, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide, so on. So coming to the another one type, that is secondary pollutants. So the pollutants that formed in lower atmosphere by a chemical reactions. Here so many chemical reactions will going to occur in the atmosphere. Because of those chemical reactions, atmosphere will absorb the water and other oxygen and other chemical substances that will combines together and forms acid rains, global warming. So these are the secondary pollutants. It also includes ozone. See here I have already given the examples. Ozone, which formed when hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides combines in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, when these two hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides combines, these will cause a secondary pollutant. And another one is peroxyacyl nitrate, commonly called as PANS. It is very important, you have to note this. And sulfate aerosols, and particulate matter. So these are the pollutants and their types. So types of pollution. There are major three types are there in the pollution, that is air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. Other than these, radioactive pollution, light pollution, thermal pollutions, everything will be there. So mainly we have to learn about the air pollution. Here you can see this air pollution means any physical, chemical or biological changes in the air will occur. No, in the air physical, chemical and biological changes occur means that kind of a pollution we call it as air pollution. It is the contamination of air by harmful gases, dust and smoke which affects the plants and animals and humans drastically. So this is about the pollution in that. So coming to the causes of air pollution, how the air will going to be polluted. Here air pollution is caused by solid, liquid and particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car, truck exhaust, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes and wildfires. Wildfires nothing but forest fire. So from these kind of sources the air pollution will going to be occur. The solid and liquid particles suspended in our air are called as aerosols. Before only here we have learnt about the secondary pollutants. Here we have written sulfate aerosols. So sulfate aerosols nothing but what? Here solid and liquid particles suspended in our air is called as aerosols. So solid and liquid particles which are suspended in our air, we call it as aerosols. So coming to the effects and consequences of air pollution. Long-term health effects from air pollution including heart disease, lung cancer and respiratory diseases such as emphysema. These are occur in the humans. And along with this, air pollution can also cause long-term damage to people's nerve, brain, kidney, liver and other organs. Some scientific suspects air pollutants cause birth defect also in the human. So another major effects we are going to learn about is global warming, acid rain, ozone depletion and also the hazardous to wildlife. So these global warming, acid rain and ozone depletion in the chapter ecosystem and environment in ecology, in that concept we are going to learn all these concepts: global warming, acid rain and ozone layer depletion. So controlling measures of air pollution. So here the air pollution control is the process of limiting and ideally eradicating the atmospheric emissions that can prove harmful to humans and the environment. So these are the pollution that is that can be controlled by some precautions or some remedies we are going to taking out here. Air in the atmosphere is deemed to be polluted if it contains substances in sufficient quantities to cause harm to the human body, property or the environment. We have to eradicate this kind of pollutions. These pollutants may come from fossil fuels or from natural sources like forest fire. So excess of carbon dioxide will going to be released and which will convert normal air into a polluted air. So coming to the next point, that is reduce or eliminate fireplaces and wood stove uses etc. and avoid burning leaves, trash and other materials. Avoid using gas powered laws and garden equipments. So this is about the controlling measures of air pollution. So coming to the next concept, that is water pollution. So water pollution is the contamination of water sources by substances which make the water unusable for drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming and other activities. So water is a necessary ingredient that is required for humans daily need, and this one will going to be polluted because of so many pollutants. According to this, the pollutant includes some chemicals, trashes, bacteria and parasites. All forms of pollutions eventually make their way to water pollution. So coming to the causes of these water pollution. So water pollution will caused by the deforestation. Because of deforestation also the water will going to be pollute. Industrial waste directly releases to the water bodies, and because of that in the industries what happens, they will not filter that waste products and they will directly release it into the water bodies, and those chemicals that present inside that waste material that will kill the organisms that present in the water. And also another one point is the sewage water. Sewage water also they are going to directly release to the water bodies. And coming to oil leaks and spills in the ships, here I have showed the picture, you can clearly observe. This is how the oil leaks and spills will going to be happen in the water bodies. Agricultural waste also they are going to release it to the water bodies. And marine dumping, these we call it as a marine dumping. Means the humans, whatever the excess waste will be there, no, that they are going to dump into the water bodies, that is marine dumping. Radioactive waste, mining activity, these are all the main causes for the water pollution. So coming to the effects or consequences of a water pollution. So destruction of biodiversity will going to happen. Water pollution depletes aquatic ecosystem and trigger unbridled proliferation of phytoplanktons in the lakes. So what happens, all the phytoplanktons nothing but that plants that grow inside the aquatic bodies. So phytoplanktons, so these phytoplanktons, zooplanktons, everything will going to be destroyed because of this water pollution. Eutrophication, which occurs when the environment become enriched with the nutrients. When the water will become enriched with the nutrients, here what happens, the eutrophication will going to be occur. This is because of the excess nutrients released to the water bodies from the algae, and this will eventually forms algal blooms. Next, contamination of the food chain will also be going to happen because of this water pollution. Lack of potable water, we can't able to have a potable water or drinking water, and so many diseases in the infant mortality, nothing but the infants are also going to be die, and even the diseases will occur in the human. So these we call it as effects of the water pollution. So coming to the next, controlling measures of water pollution. So controlling measures means use the minimum amount of detergent and or bleach when you are washing clothes or dishes. While you are using detergents for washing your clothes and dishes, you are using excess of this, and these detergent will not decompose in or dissolve inside the water properly. So it is also harmful for the environment. Use only phosphate free soaps and detergents which we can easily decompose in the environment. Minimize the use of plastics, herbicides, fertilizers, and do not dispose these chemicals, motor oils and other automotive fluids into the sanitary sewer or storm sewer systems. So sewage treatment should do before it will going to release to the water bodies, and prevent river water to get polluted. As much as possible you have to prevent the water or river water which should not get polluted. And treatment of waste before discharging. Before discharging the waste from the industries, we have to treat that one. And another thing, strict adherence to water laws. So that means nothing but you have to stick for the rules and regulations that is made by the government. And even treatment of plants like calotropis, nothing but as you all know, the calotropis has the special characteristics. Its root has a special characteristics to filter the water, polluted water actually. So that's why use of growing calotropis plants in or outside the home, that will helps us to clean the environment, and water bodies also it will going to filter very neatly. So this is about the controlling measures of the water pollution. So here is soil pollution. Soil pollution refers to the contamination of a soil with anomalous concentration of toxic substances. It is a serious environment concern since it harbors many health hazards. For example, exposure to soil containing high concentration of benzene increases the risk of contracting leukemia in the human body. So soil pollution is also one of the major issues we are facing today. So these are all the causes of soil pollution. So some of them I have mentioned here. So industrial activities, so many industrial waste they are going to dump in the soil, that will going to be destroyed. And so many plastic we are throwing out, those we can't able to decompose properly. Even with the help of microorganisms also we can't able to decompose that one. And agricultural activities, here agricultural activity means so many fertilizers, fertilizers we are using. Those fertilizers are very harmful for the soil, and it will lose its soil fertility because of these agricultural activity. As much as possible we should use manure instead of harmful chemical fertilizers. Then waste disposal also we have to manage Otherwise it will also cause these kind of soil pollution. Even acid rain, throwing plastic outside the soil, everything is going to be causes the soil pollution. So we have to be careful before whatever the work we are going to do. So coming, what will be the effects we are going to face because of the soil pollution that is made by us only. So effect will occur on the health of the humans. Human health will going to be destroy because of this soil pollution. Effect on growth of plants, even the plants will not grow properly, and the soil will not give fertility. Fertile soil will give fertile and healthier plants, and animals will be healthy. But if the soil is a polluted one, means you can't able to get the healthy plants, no. So decreased soil fertility, as I said, because of overuse of fertilizers, decreased soil fertility will going to be diminished. So toxic dust also will going to happen because of the soil pollution. Changes in the soil structure also will going to be changed because of this soil pollution. Poisoning the underground water table. Nothing but what happens means, here the water table is the purest form of water you are going to get, but underground water will be there, no, that will going to be destroy because or poisoning. Nothing but the harmful chemical that present in that soil, upper layer of the soil will, the harmful chemicals will be present, no, that will easily percolate in the underground water table. So we have to be careful because of these kind of effects we are going to face nowadays. So if we increases these kind of a pollution, we have to bear all these consequences. So we have to be careful whatever the work we are going to do. So coming to the last concept in this chapter, that is controlling measures of soil pollution. So controlling measures of soil pollution, some of them I have mentioned here. That is like a reduce use of chemical fertilizers. As usual, I said as much as possible you should use manure. That is natural composting, vermicomposting, like that kind of fertilizers we should use, manures we should use, but we have to use, we should not use chemical fertilizers. And reforestation, nothing but growing a forest, I mean plants, and afforestation should be promoted. And another thing is reduce, reuse and recycle. 3 are formulas: reduce, reuse and recycle. This one we should adopt in our life, which will control the soil pollution and also increases the healthy nature of the humans and promote use of natural manure, as I said. So that's all for today. So this is about the pollution and their types, definitions, causes, effects or consequences, and controlling measures. I hope you guys understood the concept very well. Make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.